If you enjoy listening to horror stories before going to sleep, I kindly invite you to subscribe to the Scary Cat channel. My dad passed away when I was in elementary school, and my mom always told me I had to study hard to become successful, as my father didn't leave us any inheritance. I studied hard, but I wasn't great at school. It's not that I'm not smart, I just wasn't interested. I've always been more interested in girls, and I feel like I'm attracted to every girl I see. It really bothered me that I wasn't successful with girls, and I always wished I could be the bad boy that they seemed to like. I worked extremely hard and became an engineer. I also started working out and now have an impressive physique. At 29, girls flirt with me when I go to bars, but my desires could have gotten me killed, and this is my story. In 2019, I was at a bar, eating a burger and enjoying a couple of beers. I was scoping out the crowd, looking for a girl to strike up a conversation with, trying to sit up straight because I believe good posture makes me more attractive. That's when I saw a beautiful girl looking at me from across the room. I smiled at her, she smiled back and approached me. It was weird because that had never happened to me before. Usually, I approach girls first. She started chatting with me about her life, telling me she was an accountant. I was excited because she was gorgeous, and I started to think that maybe all the hard work I had put into improving myself had finally paid off, and beautiful girls would start pursuing me like those YouTube coaches promised. It was odd how receptive she was to my advances, even making bolder moves than I did. Suddenly, she excused herself to go to the restroom. When she stood up, her shirt rolled up slightly, revealing a strange tattoo on her lower back. It looked like something I'd seen in National Geographic documentaries about dangerous gangs, but I wasn't certain. Because I liked her so much, I decided not to ask her about the tattoo, not wanting to say anything that might bother her. Despite knowing it wasn't right to think about a long-term relationship on the first date, I was so smitten with her that I couldn't help but consider the possibility. Initially, I'd gone to the bar looking for a one-night stand, but she was just that beautiful. I noticed two men sitting across from us, occasionally looking our way. I figured they were just curious or jealous because I was with the girl. Around 1 a.m., the bar closed. I was pretty drunk by then, but still able to think clearly. I was debating how to invite her back to my place, wondering if she'd be okay with my sister living with me, but then she invited me to her place, and I couldn't resist. We took an Uber, and as we drove toward her destination, I noticed we were heading to a desolate area. Even the Uber driver began to question if people lived in places like this. The girl assured us it was just a rural area and safe. After about 50 minutes, we arrived at an old, seemingly abandoned house. I told her I didn't feel comfortable leaving the Uber, but she whispered in my ear that it would be an adventure for us, a special memory. That's when I noticed a car parked near the abandoned house, with two men inside. I asked the Uber driver to drive closer so we could ask them if the area was safe. As we got closer, I realized the men were the same ones from the bar. There was no way this was a coincidence. They had to be with the girl. I yelled at the Uber driver to get us out of there, feeling terrified.
Go, 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 go.
To my shock, the girl got out of the Uber and entered the car with the two men, engaging them in conversation. It became clear to me that I had walked into a trap. The Uber driver took me back home, and I still thank God nothing happened to me that night. To this day, I'm left wondering what might have happened if I had trusted the girl and entered that abandoned house.